Greetings, everyone. This is Rob Sanders, and thank you for joining me. Today, we're going to talk about SEO tools. So let's get started. So, if you're doing SEO and you're doing on-page and off-page SEO for an organization or a website, you're going to need some tools to help you. So, you can't go at it alone. You can't do anything manually. You have to lean on tools to help you work more efficiently, help you gain an advantage. And so, if you're doing SEO, you're going to need tools for keyword research. You're going to need tools to help you with the technical aspects related to SEO. You're going to have to use some tools for off-page SEO, including backlink monitoring and analysis. And then there's tools for helping you track where your keywords and pages rank. So there's tools for every element of SEO. And today we're going to take a look at some of the best tools out there on the market to help you do your job better. So let's start with the keyword research. So with keyword research tools, you can do your job a lot more efficiently finding the right relevant keywords. I mean, that's really key to SEO, is finding keywords that are relevant to your business, product, or service that you want to rank for. So you want to be able to choose keywords with high search volume and low competition. So where do you get those numbers? You get those from certain tools. You also want to get forecasts for certain targeted keywords. You want to be able to generate a list of latent semantic indexing type keywords, or keywords close to the keyword you're trying to target. You want to be able to select primary and secondary keywords wisely. So having a list of keywords with certain data points will help you do that. And you want to be able to identify the keywords that your competitors are also ranking for. So good keyword research tool will help you do all of those things. So what are some of the tools out there? Well, look no further than some of the free ones that Google offers, like Google Trends. So Google Trends is a good tool that you can lean on. So if we look at Google Trends, all you need to do is trends.google.com. You could type in a keyword. I can look at the volume or interest of that keyword over time. Here I'm looking at football versus American football, and I could see how it's trending. Then I could see, how it trends in specific regions of, say, the United States as my market. I can also look at other related queries similar to football or American football. And so Google Trends is a good tool, helps you look at the volume, helps you look at what specific regions, helps you look at other keywords. If you want, you can simply just do a keyword search, or you can actually just see what's trending just by looking at the latest stories and insights. So we could see International Women's Day, started to pick up steam, it's picking up more steam, etc. So it's certain keywords that tend to trend well, and you can pick up on what those keywords are using Google Trends. Now, you could also use another Google tool called Google Keyword Planner. The only difference is this one's paid. You need a Google Ads account. So if we go into Google Ads, you'll need to go to Tools, and you'll need to go to Keyword Planner. But when you're in Keyword Planner, you can find new keywords. So if I type in, for example, online marketing and click get started, what the keyword tool is going to do is give me the data that I need to do appropriate keyword research. It's going to give me my keyword and similar keywords. It's going to give me the average monthly volume. And the great thing here is I can actually see the trend for that keyword over time just by clicking on this little bar graph. So for digital marketing, I could see what the trend is over time. I could see what the competition is. I could see, if I'm going to bid on this keyword, I could see what the bidding range is. So more important, I could see the volume and I could see the competition. Here's my volume for this keyword over the last 12 months on average, and here's my competition. So Google's Keyword Planner gives you the necessary information you need to choose relevant keywords wisely. Now, there are other tools out there that are paid that help you look for relevant keywords like SEMrush or Keyword Finder. That's a freemium tool. So there are plenty of tools available to you. Another tool I use that's not listed here is Moz. So if you just type a keyword, let's just type in the same keyword like online marketing, for example. Okay, so what Moz is going to do is going to give me some volume. It's going to give me some other keyword suggestions. Okay, it's going to tell me how difficult that keyword is, and it's going to tell me who else is ranking for that keyword. So it gives me, again, all the relevant information I need, including competitive information. So you can use these keyword tools. Moz is freemium, some are paid, some are free. There's plenty of tools out there, but these are the ones I would recommend for keyword research. Now let's turn our attention to technical SEO. So for technical SEO, you're going to need to use some tools. There's no getting around that, because you want to be able to monitor how your website is performing. I mean, is it loading slow, for example? Does it have a lot of issues with the website in terms of server-side rendering, for example, or server response time? What about 404s and redirects? So you want to be able to gather a lot of the technical information that could aid or prohibit your site from ranking. So you want to be able to also, look at what the bots are seeing and how they're viewing your website. So if Google goes to crawl your site, are they experiencing, a slow server response time? Or are they experiencing pages not found? You also want to see if you have a sitemap. What's the sitemap? Are these bots crawling your site or getting the pages from a sitemap? And again, you want to be able to lean on some of these tools to help you fix errors that you may encounter, like meta tags or 404s or canonicals. So you need a good tool to help you manage all that. And so I'm going to go back to Moz starting out. So if we go back to Moz is a good tool. It's an all-in-one. It's a great SEO platform. So if I go to Moz and I log into an account, I can just go to SiteCrawl. And so what Moz is going to do, it's going to give me a lot of information about how Moz's bot is seeing my site. Okay, so if I go to the SiteCrawl, I can look at all the particular critical issues that I've experienced. So I could see 404 errors, redirects related to that. I could see meta descriptions, missing meta descriptions, duplicate content. So there's a lot of different issues that Moz is detecting for this particular site. And the great thing about Moz, and this is why I use Moz as my SEO platform, I don't work for Moz, I've just used them a long time, is if you do have issues, then they give you ways to fix it, the how to fix it section. So if I see missing description here, if I just click on review, I can get a more in-depth analysis as to what the issues are here. But I can also click on the why and how to fix, okay? And they're going to give you some information about how this is impacting SEO and what you could do to fix the issue. They lay out the issues pretty prominently here. You can see for all the metadata issues I have 142 total metadata issues. I have 10 title tag too longs. I have 122 missing meta descriptions. So they lay it out nicely here up the top so you can kind of get a sense of what to work on. And again, they prioritize it based on the severity of the issue. And then they break it down into several categories. For example, I just looked at metadata issues. You can see if I click on content issues, I have some duplicate content that Moz is recognizing, or missing or valid H tags. So Moz does a really, really great job laying all the issues out for you to recognize. Okay, there's another tool that I like to use called Screaming Frog. It's a paid tool. So if we go look here, great thing I like about a Screaming Frog, it will crawl your site and it will give you a list of issues, just like Moz does, of what it sees in your site. Is it experiencing 404s, broken links? Are there any redirects it's picking up? Duplicate content, sitemaps, their JavaScript issues, how does it see the site architecture? So it really does take a deep look at everything that could impact your website from ranking. Okay, there are other tools out there like, DeepCrawl or WooRank. They're both paid. And so paid tools are really great as well. It just depends on, your pricing structure, what your budget is. But really, when it comes to all these tools, they all more or less overlap and do the same thing. You just need to rely on one of them to make sure that you're able to see what the issues are. Now, there's nothing wrong with using two of them, just as a second reference point to see if both are picking up the same issue. And of course, I like to use Search Console. I always like to lean on Google Search Console because that is the source. So Search Console will also, give you some feedback on how Google's bot is crawling your site. So that's under the crawl error section here. So you can also, use Search Console to upload a sitemap. So that's a key to SEO. You want Google to be able to find your web pages quickly, so you can simply just signify to Google where your sitemap is located. So the Search Console does a lot more, gives you some HTML improvements, gives you some backlinking, and then the process of updating the Search Console user interface. So there's a new user interface that you can use with Google Search Console. The great thing is it's free and it has everything you need to know about your website and how it's affected by SEO, organic search. The only thing you have to do with Search Console is verify the site. But once you verify it, it has all the relevant information you need. So let's talk about backlink monitoring and analysis. Okay, so this is related to off-page SEO. So you're going to need a good tool to help you monitor your website backlinks. And backlinks are simply just links from external sites pointing to your site. And you need to keep an eye on what sites are linking to yours. Are they spammy related sites? Are they good or relevant sites, or anything in between? So you need to really be able to analyze what the good links are and what the bad links are pointing to your website. You want to identify and disavow poor backlinks. Okay, so you want to be able to recognize which sites are linking to yours that's actually hurting you from an SEO standpoint, and you want to be able to do something about that. Okay, you want to measure citation flow and trust flow. You want to check the ratio of link distribution in terms of, is it internal or external, or what kind of sites are linking to my site? Are they social related? Are they pure content related? And then you want to be able to track the number of do follow and no follow links. How many links pointing to our site are actually telling Google and other bots not to follow the link, or how many are actually allowing the bots to follow that link. If a bot follows a link, it's going to pass what we call link juice, so you're going to get credit for the backlink. If it's a no follow, you're not going to get credit for the backlink, and we want to be able to measure that. And so we want to have tools that will help us do that. So what are some of those tools? Well, Ahrefs is a good tool. It's a paying tool. Majestic is a freemium tool. Moz, again, Moz is the tool I use. SEMrush, and then again, I got to mention Google Search Console. So let's take a look at some of these tools in terms of backlink monitoring and analysis. So let's start with Google Search Console. Again, it's free. You just have to verify your site. And so if I go to Google Search Console, I can look at links, and I could see what external links I have pointing to my site. Okay, so I could see I have 17,000 in this example pointing to the homepage of this particular site. Okay, so if I click on that, I could see all the top sites pointing to my homepage. Now, from an off-page SEO perspective, do you want every backlink or external link pointing to your homepage? No. So you want links pointing to internal pages. So you want to be able to measure that. So I could see what the top linking sites are, and I could also see what the anchor text is. So do I want my anchor text always to be my brand name? No. I want it to be, keyword we're trying to target. Search Console also gives you some internal links. Okay, what are the top link pages for internal links? So from an SEO perspective, you always want to have a nice balance of internal linking. So this report helps you understand what pages are getting links and are the links evenly spread. So this is Google Search Console. This is the links report. This is totally free. This is provided by Google. All you have to do is verify your site. Now, if we go over to Moz, we type in a domain, any domain. So I just typed in Simply Learn. Okay, Moz has some metrics that are important to off-page SEO, including domain authority. So the higher your domain authority, the better off you are. And so what helps a domain authority grow is how many quality links are pointing to that domain. And so here we could see over 7,500 linking domains to Simply Learn. So what's important is we just don't want any site. We want quality, relevant sites pointing. Okay, so we could see how many total inbound links and then how many ranking keywords we have. Okay, so here Moz is going to give me kind of an idea of what my domain authority has been over time. They're going to tell me the top followed links to this site. So they're going to tell me, what are those links pointing to my site and what's the page authority of those sites. Okay, here I can get a nice graphical breakdown of the linking domains by domain authority. So you want pages with high domain authority pointing to your site. So here I can see 69 linking domains between 91 and 100. So that's really good. We want high relevant domains linking to our site. So just like Search Console, I could see the top anchor text being used. Okay, and I can see the top pages that have, good page authority on the site. I could see following versus no follow on internal and external links. So this is just the overview. So Moz really does break down for you, what those pages and linking domains are. So if I just click on linking domains, now I could get a detailed look for my homepage, what domains are pointing to our domain. So I could see Microsoft.com has a domain authority authority of 100. YouTube, 99. And so not only does Moz provide you with the domains, it also provides you with their domain authority score and spam score. So you want to keep an eye on any particular site that has a high spam score. So having a site with a high spam score and a low domain authority will hurt your domain and page authority for that page. So Moz does a great job of breaking it out, and this is for any page. It doesn't necessarily have to be the home page. Okay, if I take a look at another example here, Majestic. So Majestic, again, I can use a free version of the tool. They have their own metrics, citation flow, trust flow. So when they say trust flow, what's the link quality all about? Okay, citation flow, what's the link volume? Okay, they can get an idea of how many external backlinks are pointing to the site and what's the trend on that, referring domains. So Majestic does a really good job. Again, some of the same metrics that we could see here, except they go into detail about languages as well. So this is Majestic, and you got Search Console, you got a lot of other tools. And then I'm going to just revert back to Moz because you want to be able to compare link profiles. If you're in a competitive space and you're doing off-page SEO, Moz will help you compare how your site stands against maybe another competitive site or relevant site. So just doing this analysis, I can compare my domain authority, spam score, how many total links, how many external followed links or external no followed links, a breakdown of linking domains. So it does a nice job of comparing one site versus another. That's going back to Moz, and that's what you want. You want a good tool that's going to help you do that. I mean, there's other tools out there not listed like BrightEdge that will also help you compare linking profiles. So at the end of the day, if you're doing off-page SEO, you want to get a sense of what sites are linking to yours. Are they quality sites? Are they spammy? What anchor text are they using? Are they no follow? Are they do follow? Are they top domains? How do you compare against your competitors? I mean, all these metrics are related to off-page SEO. So you want a good tool that's going to help you measure this. Okay, so let's talk about rank tracking. So when we do keyword research, we're looking for relevant keywords. We find our relevant keywords. We assign primary and secondary keywords to pages. We optimize those pages. We do off-page SEO, and we're doing all this work for SEO. Okay, we want to be able to measure the fruits of our labor. We want to be able to measure how we perform for on and off-page SEO for the keywords we covet and the pages they're related to. And so that's where rank tracking comes into play. So we want to be able to track our website's ranking, and not just our website, all the pages we've optimized. We want to be able to measure our click-through rates and impressions. We want to be able to track the ranking for both desktop and mobile for specific locations. And we want to identify top performing, gaining and losing keywords. So in other words, we want to look at trends. Is a keyword ranking? Is it going up in ranking? Is it going down in ranking? If it's going down in ranking, then you need to take action. So you need a tool, a good tool for rank tracking. So we can look no further than, again, Google Search Console. It's free. It's right from the source. So let's take a look at what Google Search Console has to offer in terms of rank tracking. So if I go to Google Search Console and I put in a URL, what it's going to do is it's going to give me, and this is the search queries report, it's going to give me what queries people have used to actually type into google.com, and it's going to be able to tell me how many times my pages showed up for that query. It could be more than one page, so that's an impression. And if I did receive an impression, meaning did my page show up in the organic listing, then did I get a click as a result? And so in this case, if I got 68 impressions and 10 clicks for keywords somebody typed in, that's a 14.7% click-through rate. And so what Search Console will also do is say, hey, look, for that particular keyword, you appeared on average in position 4.1. So it gives you really good insight as to, what people are typing in and how you're being found for those keywords. Okay? It breaks it down by pages, it breaks it down by country, breaks it down by device. So I could see, mobile, I've had 899 impressions over the last 3 months on mobile, and I received 33 clicks as a result. My average position on mobile was 2.6. So Search Console does a really good job. Again, this is free information providing you the actual keywords somebody's using on Google search as a query, and how many impressions you're receiving for that keyword, how many clicks, click-through rate, and then average position. So in theory, the higher you are positioned on Google, the more clicks you're going to receive. So So if I'm not positioned properly for a keyword, let's just say page 2, then I'm probably not going to receive as many clicks as I would like. So that's Search Console. There are other tools out there like Ahrefs, again, does a good job of tracking. AMZ Tracker. We look at Windshare. So there's some good tools out there. I'm just going to show you another one again. I'm going to go back to Moz, for example. So Moz has a tool called, so if I go back into the account, so Moz has a rankings tool that you can look at to see where your keywords are ranking. So if you've already chosen keywords and optimized pages for those keywords, then you want to be able to load those keywords into Moz. And so Moz allows you to do that. And so what Moz does is they do a crawl once a week, and they'll be able to tell you where you rank for all your keywords. Are we moving up in the rankings? Are we moving down? How many keywords do we have ranked between positions 1 and 3, 11 through 20, 4 through 10, 21 through 50? So we'll be able to see where our keywords rank. And so it gives you a breakdown here of nationally in the United States where this keyword is ranked and if it's moved up or down and for what URL is it ranked for. And so you can label the keywords, and this is what you want to look for in a good tool. You want to be able to organize your keywords and label them. So for all our branded keywords, we want to be able to label them branded because ideally you don't want to optimize for your brand keywords. So maybe we want to exclude our brand keywords and look at our non-brand keywords in terms of ranking. And so you can certainly add locations and look at specific locations. The whole idea behind a good ranking tool is to be able to measure, if a keyword is trending up or down. Okay, so I can simply look at a particular keyword and I can see the trend of that keyword. And then, if a keyword's not ranking, then we want to wonder why it's not ranking. Well, is it difficult? Is it not ranking because of its difficulty? Or can we do a better job of optimizing for that keyword? And so Moz also has a page optimization tool. So if you're not ranking for a keyword, you can flip over to the page optimization tool, then put in the keyword, put in the URL, and Moz will give you some idea as to what you can further do to optimize the page. Okay, so that's Moz. This is Ahrefs. So you can see Ahrefs does the same thing. They provide you some visibility, average position, how much traffic, where you're ranking in terms of positions 1 through 3, 4 through 10, 11 through 50. And so you want to be able to get a sense of where my track keywords are trending. Are they trending up? Are they trending down? And the whole idea, again, behind a ranking tool is if you're trending down, you want to be able to address why it's trending down. So you want to start with on-page SEO. Can we do a better job of optimizing? Or off-page? Does that page need more backlinks? So that's why you need a backlink tool to support your ranking. And Ahrefs does offer up some competitor information as well. So you can see how your competitors are performing. So these are some good examples of ranking tools that you can take advantage of. Now, there are also a few important SEO tools that can be helpful in different ways. For example, if you're doing video. So there are some tools to help you measure how you're performing via video. For example, vidIQ. So let's take a look at vidIQ. So if I load in, say, video in YouTube, in this example, how to rank YouTube videos, I have a vidIQ extension loaded into my browser in Chrome. And so now I can get a good sense of how many views, the duration, the engagement rate, the like ratio, how many people shared it on Reddit. But further, I can look at how the video was optimized. So they're telling me the title's too long here, maybe shorten it up, but we have tags, we have descriptions, we have cards, we have end screens. It's been shared on Facebook. It hasn't been shared on Twitter. Okay, it is public. We do have pinned comments and we do have hearted comments. And so this gives me an idea of how we did in terms of optimizing this particular video. Okay, so if we wanted to tweak it, we could tweak the title tag, make it a little bit shorter to help it rank better on YouTube. So you want to be able to use a tool like this because if you have videos, then you want those videos to rank. And so you can certainly watch this video on how to rank your YouTube videos. And in that video, we do allude to vidIQ. So you want to be able to use a tool like this because, YouTube, it is a video portal, but it's the second largest search engine behind Google. So if you do have videos, you want to be able to rank for them, and you want a tool that's going to help you measure and help you understand if you are ranking, if you're not ranking, why are you not ranking? Now, for content optimization, there are tools you can use like SEO Site Checker Checkup or Site Analyzer are some good tools. If you already have Moz as an example, just going back to Moz, as you already know, I use Moz a lot. So they have a page optimization so you could check the content and how you're optimized your content. So it's going to give me some good feedback on, is your page title, meta description, are they in line? Okay, so it's going to give you some good feedback on that. You also have, again, I have to allude to Search Console. You can always look at a particular page in Search Console, see if it has any errors as well. So is it duplicated meta description? Is it a duplicated title tag? Is it any pages missing title tags or meta descriptions? So when it comes to content, you can look at Search Console, you can lean on Moz, or you can lean on some of these other paid versions like Site Analyzer. When it comes to traffic and metrics, look no further than Google Analytics. There is a free version of Google Analytics as well as a paid version. So if I go into Google Analytics, it's going to tell me all of my website behavior. Okay, who's coming to my site, how they got to my site, how they behaved once they went to my site, and are they achieving the goals I set out for them to achieve via conversions. And so you want to look at first in Google Analytics how much traffic you're getting. So if I go to Google Analytics, if I go to acquisition, all traffic channels, I should be able to see how much traffic organic search is driving over a period of time. So I could see how many users, how many sessions. Then if I click on landing pages, I could see what landing page they went to. So I could see the home page over a particular time had over 1,000 sessions. I can also see engagement from organic search. Are they bouncing? How many pages are they looking at in the session after they landed on a particular page? Are they staying on the site a long time? What's their duration? Or are they achieving any goals? So analytics will provide me all that information about how organic search as a channel is performing. The other thing about Google Analytics I like, and that goes back to the technical aspect of SEO, and that's site speed. So if you go to behavior and you go to site speed overview, you'll be able to see how my pages are loading. What's the average load time? So they'll break it down for you by browser, by country, and by specific page. So if I look at page timings, I'll be able to see what page is loading slow, what page is loading quick compared to site average. And so the great thing about analytics is if I have a page that's loading slow compared to site average, they'll actually provide me with some suggestions. So if I go to site speed and speed suggestions, what they're going to do is they're going to have a link in the report that's going to allow me to click on it, and I'm going to be able to see what suggestions they can provide. So when this report loads, I'll be able to see what the speed suggestions are for my pages. So here I could see the page, I could see what the average load time is of that page. So for example, this particular page is loading at 6 seconds. Ideally, we want to have, 3 seconds or under maximum. So if I just click on this link here, they're giving me 6 page speed suggestions. So if I click on that, I'm going to go to another Google tool called PageSpeed Insights. And then PageSpeed Insights is going to run for both mobile and desktop for this particular page. And then this PageSpeed Insights report is going to give me feedback as to what I need to do to speed up the load time of that page. So here you can see for desktop and mobile, they're going to give me some suggestions and opportunities. So reduce the server response time, properly size images, serve images in next-gen formats. So all these will shave off time off my page load time. And so that's what's going to help me speed up the page load. And that's PageSpeed Insights you can get to from the Speed Suggestions report and analytics. So in theory, the higher your page load time, your chances of ranking on Google organic search diminish. So Google wants pages that have very low page load time, that load quickly. So Google Analytics is a great tool for speed suggestions. It's a great tool for finding out what the traffic is doing on your site, how they're engaging, and are they achieving goals. Now, there are other tools out there from an organic perspective like Keywordit. That's a good keyword research tool for Reddit. So if you go to Keywordit, you'll be able to see from a Reddit perspective what keywords are driving volume. These are just the results, but you can put any keyword in there and get the results of that keyword. So thank you for paying attention. We hope some of these tools were useful for you. If you have any other suggestions on any tools we didn't mention comment in this video, then please feel free to add them to the comment section below this video. We look forward to getting your comments and we'll respond accordingly. Thank you again, and if you have any more information or need any more information, please visit simplylearn.com.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simply Learn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.